G'day guys, welcome to episode 71 of Ask Jack D. Today I take a question regarding the trend and popularization of entrepreneurship and talk about how that serves us a little bit because it highlights the alternative to the traditional path, but also what we need to be wary of in the fantasy and the romanticism that's sometimes painted around entrepreneurship, and a bit of a reality check as to what does it actually take to be successful in today's world and on an increasing basis going forward. We love ya. That looks really good. A little bit too good. Okay. Welcome to episode 71. What question are we taking today, Rosie? So what is causing the trend in entrepreneurship, and is it just a trend and will it continue? Olivia Rogers, brilliant question. Episode 71, let's get into it. Okay, so what's causing the trend of entrepreneurship? I think there is a growing dissatisfaction, particularly in up and coming generations, but in all generations, for the old ways of doing things, right? We're tired of the traditional education path leading to the traditional career path. You know, go to school, go to uni, get a job, although often it's go to uni, don't get a job for a while now, get a job eventually, work your way up, a corporate ladder or whatever it might be, retire. The average Australian retires with $71,000 in their superannuation. You know, like we particularly up-and-coming generations, but all generations are looking at that production line of what used to exist by way of traditional career path, and we're kind of going, what was the point? Like, a lot of us have watched our parents work incredibly honourable and admirably and hard and loyally for so long to get to the end of it and not be able to retire, right? And so you sort of go, who set up that game and why would I want to play it, right? So entrepreneurship presents an interesting alternative. What's really important to identify is it's not an alternative for everybody. Not everybody is designed and built to run out and start their own businesses, right? Some are, and others that aren't necessarily designed to build their own businesses might start a lifestyle business or might go work at an early stage high growth organization and become a shareholder or whatever it might be. So it's not necessarily about being an entrepreneur, meaning being someone that founded the company and is building a substantial business. It's more just about people taking ownership and trying to find something that is meaningful to them and creating a successful career on their terms. Because not only is it more meaningful and more fulfilling, in 2015 and beyond, it's actually commercially and financially smarter than the traditional path a lot of the time, right? The other thing you've got is there's kind of this popularization of entrepreneurship. 20 years ago on the cover of magazines was like Bono and, you know, whatever the rock stars were. Whereas today on the cover of magazines is like Zucks in his hoodie, or, you know, Branson or Bill Gates or Buffett or, you know, whatever's going on that particular month, right? And so there's this almost Hollywoodization, new word. We should have a thing for like Jack's new words. There's a Hollywoodization of entrepreneurship. The fantasy of entrepreneurship is double-sided. You know, had I have known how hard business was, probably, you know, I remember Branson says the same thing. He said, had I known how hard business was, I probably wouldn't have started in the first place. Glad he did, like he's glad he did, but had he have known as a 16-year-old how challenging it was going, he might not have chosen that path, right? So it's about, the popularization of entrepreneurship is good in that we need to light up the alternative path to the traditional path. People need to know that there are alternatives to high school, university, don't have a job, finally get a job, work. So the popularization is good in that it highlights the alternative. It's not good in that sometimes it gives people a romantic notion as to what it is to be an entrepreneur, right? Being an entrepreneur isn't glamorous. It's incredibly challenging. It's probably one of the hardest career paths and individual and life paths a person can choose. We do, whether we go through formal education or not, we will do our apprenticeship, right? It'll be a self-driven and self-initiated apprenticeship done through trial and error and a hell of a lot of failure and a hell of a lot of banging into walls out in the real world. So it takes a long time to learn. It takes a long time to get good at. There is a lot of failure. There is a lot of being uncomfortable. It can be stressful. It can be slow. It is risky. So there's all of these other sides to business that often the media don't paint when they show you Branson on Necker Island on his hammock, running 400 companies from his smartphone, right? There's more to it than that. And if you speak to any entrepreneur, they'll tell you that, right? It's more of a media thing than an entrepreneur thing. So yes, the trend will continue. Why? Because the traditional education and career path just doesn't work as effectively as it once did. And entrepreneurship, approaching a career with agility, approaching it with flexibility, taking ownership of your own growth, maybe starting your own business, is how the world is moving now. So it won't only continue, it will continue to increase, probably on an exponential basis. Really, really good question, Olivia. That was episode 71. What do you guys think? Do you guys think entrepreneurship is a trend? And there probably is a bit of a bubble around the popularization and the Hollywoodization of it all, right? But in terms of its essence and its substance, it's not going anywhere. One of the great things about Malcolm Turnbull is he talks about the prime ministership as if he's running like a lean startup. He talks about agility. He talks about embracing the future. He talks about culture. He talks about we need a vision for the country, right? So you get like almost startup methodologies now being employed by the Prime Minister of Australia, right? Like the world has changed, which is fucking exciting. What do you guys think? Do you guys think entrepreneurship is a trend? Is it a bubble? Will it last? Will it increase? And is it serving our planet? My view is absolutely. My view is this is the thinking we need to move civilization forward. What do you guys reckon? In the comments below. Thank you for watching episode 71. I look forward to chatting with you guys tomorrow.
I've just actualized a wish that I dreamed as a kid. 'Cause I'm like